money or not. Thought he had a plan, but we gon' foil his plot. Heard him sneaking in, so we just ran in the spot.
Today, from Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 18 carries, 70 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Jones gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Jones now from the gun on 3rd down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Yeah, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Ordinarily 3rd down is a passing down, but how about that explosive run right there? And when you get a run like that, that means everything came together. Offensive linemen, they didn't just get to the first guys. They got to the 2nd level to help downfield. And I've always said, any run over 7 yards means the wide receivers have done an excellent job blocking downfield.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Gurley. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there.
Brought down.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The quarterback sack.
Well, nothing takes to start you off a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
By the Patriots. They'll take over first.
Well, you can just see this one coming, couldn't you? It's an obvious passing situation, 3rd and long. The defense is going to bring in 2 more defensive backs and say, you want to throw? Go ahead. We dare you. And it's just no one open anywhere as they come away with the interception.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And the Patriot first down.
Jones throwing on first down. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski. Complete. A gain of 6 there on first. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
To David Montgomery, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones finds his target, Montgomery.
Jones pass complete to David Montgomery. A gain of 9.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jones. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
14-yard line, 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, Jones. This is caught, Gronkowski. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. Jones hit, and the ball's out.
Jones sacked.
Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
His kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead.
Patriots 3, Falcons 0.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. For the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there. Second down. Now a draw play for Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
That's good for Falcons. First down.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line.
Intercepted by the Patriots. They'll take over
first quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So here are the Patriots to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. He digs him partway out of the hole that they're in. It's an 8-yard gain, and it makes it 3rd and 12.
It brings up 3rd down.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
Falcons, nothing.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Down, he'll drop to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Gurley. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Taken down.
Pretty good look. Play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Tyus Bowser able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Patriots take over. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the 2nd quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe.
A gain of 2. Brings up
they run, Montgomery. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
Come on, baby, we got to do our job. We got to do our job, man. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down with a nice little gain.
out of the backfield. A gain of 8 yards. And it's
on 3rd down, Jones. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They run. It's Gurley. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This one caught by Ridley. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 1st down, it's Gurley.
Offside, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw here. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 17-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Gurley. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's not easy playing the corner, is it? A lot of times you got to defend against the pass, but sometimes you have to play against the run. How about the job he did there, crashing inside to make that tackle for a loss?
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here we go. It's Gurley. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. So give him the 1st down. 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Flushed out right. He'll run it. Able to power through. They showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Jones now on 1st and 10. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Jones. And he finds Montgomery complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Jones. And he'll find Pittman. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 15-yard line. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Jones pass intercepted. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field, and they currently trail the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz has thrown a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they've gone to the half with the lead over the visiting Cowboys. Josh Reynolds, a touchdown catch in that first half. In our game, we were treated to a strong first half from the former Blue Devil, Daniel Jones. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game, as we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good...
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Jones to throw again. Got a man open, that's Harry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call.
Offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Jones. So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him. So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on third down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 29-yard line.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 45-yard line. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
45-yard line.
Now it's Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second and 11. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Hands it off out of the gun. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Tyus Bowser in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. New England trying to get a place on offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's Jones on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now Jones on 3rd down.
And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Patriot 1st down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones letting one go, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the carry, it's Montgomery. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
On the handoff.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Throwing Jones under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Jones now throwing on 3rd and long. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
His kick is good. Makes the score Patriots 9, Falcons 3.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
Early down stuff to put this offense in.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
So now the Pats offense comes on, and they'll try for the 2-point conversion. Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point, but after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Falcons take
about set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th. Second and 6. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead is down to 9. It's 15 to 6. 15.
Falcons 6.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. That's caught by Montgomery. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 23.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. The Falcons ready to take over. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
That is incomplete.
The pass.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Patriots.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
New England trying to get a place on offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
New England on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, Jones.
The toss here completed to Pittman.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And oh, they had him bottled up, but here's a late flag, and a face mask is going to get a much better starting position.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Tyus Bowser, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
12 brings up 3rd down and 9.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a 1st down on that last catch as well. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete.
The pass.
That catch good for only a couple.
Number 22. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. The throw over the middle taken in. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. Kyle Duggar there on the coverage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And he is caught at the 7-yard line.
That's good.
And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to... And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll move him back within 6 now.
15. Falcons 9.
So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position with all 3 timeouts. I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And now out come the Patriots. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
Falcons 9.
So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, you know, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 28. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball.
You just like
You're
one
handing
game
out.
ball?